remember the video that I shot last year when I did the composite at Christmas time of the little boy who bought the Christmas tree and he was dragging it off the lot? Well, that shot turned out so good, I want to do it again this year, and we're starting tonight. Okay, so the first thing with a good composite, I think I said this last year, you got to sketch it out. I drew out what I want to do. Okay, so I know I set the bar kind of high last year. That shot that we did in the Christmas tree lot turned out really well. We had a lot of positive feedback on that. But I think the concept that I have this year can rival that. And if we can put all the elements together and pull it off, it should be a really fantastic image. We have a little bit of a bonus this year. We're going to work with Tobias again. He's the same little kid that was in the tree lot shot. But this year he's got a little brother. Noah just turned 1. And Noah had been born last year when we did that shot, but he was really little, so we didn't incorporate him into last year's image, but excited to work with both of them this year. And tonight I'm going to start with the background type images. We'll go from there. All right, here we go, guys. All right, so here's what I've got so far, and I apologize, I'm in this dark room. I'm just under this lamp, and so I know the lighting isn't great. But right back here is my fireplace, ready to go. The camera is right here. And just a little side note, it's kind of hard to see, but I am using an old OIP stand from the commercial studio. So if anybody is watching this video and has ties to OIP or OIPNT as it was called in the end, yeah, this is one of the old stands from the commercial studio that I have had all these years, and I just finally put a tripod head on it. So anyway, I also have, let's see, there's a softbox over my head. One light with a speed light hitting the fireplace. Camera is at 1 second at f9, I believe. And I'm on a timer so that I'm not going to get any camera shake. And we'll take the shot. Okay, so I'm back at the computer. I took a couple of shots, made a few adjustments. I'm going to bring them in and look at them on the bigger screen, make sure everything's good. And if it is, we'll move on to the next thing. I also like to bring it into the computer to make sure that everything is sharp, softly darken that room. And some, you know, I do most of my photography, I do manual focus. And the last thing I want to do is do all the work, bring it in and find out that it's not sharp. Yeah, that looks great. And I'll show it to you here. I'll show you the raw photograph, and you'll see a lot of elements around it, but keep in mind those things are going to get cut off. Like there's a pillar in the background and there's some stuff on the wall. That's all going to be taken care of. One little thing, side note, the speed light was at quarter power. It was 1 second, ISO 400, and I was wrong, I was at f8. All right, we're going to shoot the second part of this Christmas composite tonight. Tobias and his little brother are coming over. We're going to do the boys part of the shot. I've assembled the fireplace, but now we're going to do the second part today. And I'm going to go get everything set up before they get here because I don't want them to have to wait while I set up lights and things. And so let's get that going. All right, I'm just going to shoot in my living room just because it's the room that I have the biggest amount of space in. We'll clear some things out and set up the lights. Okay, so if you can see this, I got the background over here. I'm gonna have a light right, where's the light? Right there. That's gonna replicate the light coming from the moon. And then on the other side, I'm gonna have to replicate the light coming from the fireplace. So I've got a softbox for that. I've got an amber gel that I'm gonna put inside there to make it look kind of orange, to act like it's light coming from the fireplace. And of course, the light that's going to replicate coming from the moon will just be white light. We're not going to put any gels on that. Okay, the backlight is way too bright. I'm going to put some neutral density filters or gels on that to knock that down a little bit. Other than that, I think we're close. Okay, that's really close. Yeah, I think we're really close. Okay, so guess who's here? It's Tobias. You ready to take this picture? Should we go do it? You think your brother's ready? All right, let's go take this picture. Okay, Tobias. Okay, looking up just a little bit, chin up, and bring the book up. Bring the book up. There you go, right like that. Good. Smiles. Okay, so we photographed the boys. That went really well. I've got them cut out. I've got them placed into the scene. So we've got the boys put together. We've got the fireplace. I still haven't shot the tree, but tonight I'm going to photograph the actual fire because I didn't have a fire in that particular fireplace. So I'm moving over to this fireplace, which is in a different room in my house. It's got gas logs, it's got the flames, and we're gonna use that for the fireplace. We'll insert it into the other fireplace, and hopefully the whole thing will get pieced together really well. Okay, so I got the camera right there. Fire's going. Ambient light only. I'm not going to use any flash or anything. I don't care about the actual fireplace. I'm just trying to get a good shot of the fire. I will probably do 2 or 3 images, and I may blend some flames together to build it the way I want. It's not a bad looking fire, but I probably can make it a little bigger, or shape it however looks best in the other fireplace. I'm also not too concerned with the perspective because I can warp that and get it right. One of the things I wanted to point out is that I'm using a 40mm every time I take a part of this shot. I found that with composites that if you use a long lens once and then a wide angle lens for another part of it, it doesn't fit together very well. So I'm sticking with 40mm, even for this shot. Okay, I'm on a roll. Let's get the last part, at least I think it's the last part of this image. Let's get the tree, and if you can see, I don't know, there's the trusty OIP stand. Camera's over there. Let's walk over this way. I'll kind of give you a view of what I'm doing here. There's the tree, 40mm lens. I am going to have I'm going to stand in the other room, put this on a timer so that when it fires, I'll be holding a speed light. It'll light up, let's see, those packages, give a little bit of snap to it with the flash, and we'll drag the shutter to get all those lights, and voila, we'll have it. The last 4 parts of this image that I needed to create were number 1, the sky, which was just simply an iPhone shot that I did down by the lake one evening. The northern lights, the northern light effect is something that I created from scratch in Photoshop. That way I could manipulate it. I can do anything I wanted with it. The moon was a shot that I did years and years ago for another project, and I just brought that in. And then Santa Claus and the reindeer, that was simply clip art that I took and placed in front of the moon. And then I pieced the whole thing together, and I am completely happy with the results. I think everybody involved really was impressed, so I think it was a success. Thanks for watching. I appreciate any comments. Like the video, subscribe, and I will see you in the next one, guys. Thanks for watching. Okay, Tobias, how did our pictures go?
Good.
The photo shoot went good? Your brother did good, didn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys look great. Okay, now you got to tell everybody that's watching this video that you have a YouTube channel, don't you?
Yeah.
Tell all the people about your YouTube channel.
My YouTube channel is really about remote control cars and boats.
What's the name of your channel?
Oh, you mean?
What's the name of your channel?
Totally Tobias?
Totally Tobias. And I'll put a link in the description so people can come and find you.
You mean like what it's called?
Yeah, that's what it's called, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
How old are you, by the way?
6.
And what grade are you in?
1st grade.
And your brother, how old is he?
1.
He's 1? And what happened to his head? We got to get rid of those marks on his head.
Oh yeah, he fell on the sidewalk, got bloody, and one time I kicked him down, and he hit in the little bowl thing, because he hit his head in the corner of the...
Did you get in trouble for kicking him over?
I accidentally did that.